so if you're interested in medical school, the journey through medical school, and the journey after medical school, then you're at the right spot. My name is Jesse. This is Bueno Life, and something pretty interesting has happened. I actually went to medical school several years ago, did a few years in medical school, loved it, but then I got sick with the whole COVID thing, and after completing 2 years of medical school, unfortunately I had to sort of step away, and it was more so like a forced step away. I can explain that later, but it's just because of essentially the symptoms from COVID. Long story short, we're done with that. 2-3 years later, another medical school has reached out to me and informed me that, there could potentially be a spot. I went through the whole process of applying, interviewing, and a couple of months ago, I was accepted to UMHS, which is University of Medicine and Health Sciences in St. Kitts. It's another Caribbean medical school, but I am super, super, super grateful for the opportunity to go back. And I'm gonna give probably a lot more information in the next video about the school, and some more information about that. Now, this video is to say welcome to the channel. We started this channel several years ago when I was at AUA College of Medicine, American University of Antigua College of Medicine, and we kind of stopped it because I was sick and it just didn't work out. So not really the best videos, or not the most not the most exciting times to really do videos, right? But either way, we are here. The really cool, interesting thing about UMHS is that they took all of my credits. So what does that mean? What that means is that I'm going to be going not to the Caribbean, but up to Maine, the state of Maine, in Portland, here in a few months. I'm going to be starting in May of this year. As of right now, me, Sarah, and our 2 dogs. Oh, that's Remy, by the way. That's a new addition to the family. And so we're going to be going up to Maine here pretty soon. We're super excited. It's January, it's 2026. And so instead of going down to the Caribbean, UMHS actually took all my credits from AUA College of Medicine from several years back. So now the really awesome thing is that I don't have to do the first 2 years over. I don't have to take the MCAT. I don't got to do, prereqs. I don't got to do all that mess. Thankfully, they accepted me into 5th semester up in Maine. I'll do another video, actually probably a lot of videos about Maine, about 5th semester, all of that great, amazing stuff here in a little bit. But I'm really excited. My wife's excited. We're ready to just get this journey rolling. And what I decided to do was like, hey, this is a great opportunity to really document this entire journey, right? What is it like with a wife, with 2 dogs? How is it going through medical school? How is it finishing, medical school, right? So I got all this experience, and what is it like, after essentially a 3-year, maybe even more, 3.5 year gap between the last time I was in med school and this time I'm being in med school, and just kind of just thrown right into 5th semester. And I'll be taking step 1 right after 5th semester, so probably August time, September. And I just want to document that. I want to share that with you guys. Hopefully, this can provide some insight into what it's like, going through medical school, especially during, 5th semester on. Obviously, I'll do some more videos about the first couple of semesters of school, medical school, what that was like, how to get into med school, all that stuff. So hopefully this channel is helpful, brings a lot of insight into this entire journey. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about, other things too, right? Like hobbies and, how to stay healthy and, all these different things that I think, kind of help make you not only a well-rounded just person, but also, how to succeed in medical school, right? Like, just to let you know, after it didn't work out with the AUA, I ended up, getting, working really hard, getting my health back. It took around 2 years for me to be fully healthy again from all the symptoms, everything that had happened. But during that time, I decided to jump into a master's program. I ended up getting an MPH from University of Bridgeport in Connecticut. It was an online program. I was able to work full-time and do that full-time, and ended up just graduating several months ago. And that was super exciting. So I have my master's in public health. I ended up revisioning, relearning, retraining myself on how to study, how to stay healthy, how to do the right things at the right time to ensure that, you know, there's some success, right? To make sure that, you know, things worked out the way that it's planned. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about dedication, motivation, all that stuff. I am just so excited for you guys to kind of come with us on this journey. And, you know, even if, you know, not that many people watch this, I don't even care, because I'm excited to show this to my future kids and kind of share, like, hey, this is what it's like. You know, this is what, you know, your dad went through. These are some steps, you know, for you to even be successful. And you know, we have some exciting news on that front also coming very soon. Little addition to the family. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but we're going to be talking about that in length, I promise, in another video. I am so excited about all these things that are coming, and I'm so excited to share this journey with whoever watches this, whoever comes along this journey with us. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. A little bit about today. I just finished a little 2, maybe 3 mile walk with Remy. Hey Remy, that's Remy right there. She's actually a little over a year old, right, little girl? And so she's actually a rescue. We picked her up from the Humane Society. Oh man, I think it was it was February of last year. I think that's when it was. I have to check back, but it's been a while. But yeah, she's been a great addition. You'll also see some videos of Rico. I know there's some like old videos on this channel of Rico. He's our OG dog. We picked him up at the island of Antigua and Barbuda, and he's just such an amazing dog also. So we'll be talking about the pups, about, you know, how we take him on walks and where we take him to, and, you know, all this good stuff. And yeah, so I'm just really excited. You know, I love to hear from you guys. One thing that I really want to do is sort of do lives. I'm planning on starting that tomorrow. And again, this channel, this is early on revamping this channel, bringing this back to life, bringing the excitement back. So I know for a fact that, you know, me going live the first couple of times, there's probably not going to be anyone there. But if you're there, I'm going to be so excited to meet you. Just say hi, you know, come with your questions, ask me about med school, ask me about anything that you want to ask, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. One other thing that I'm thinking about doing, potentially, is because I've already started studying for step 1, right? So I already started studying for this test that's coming up in the next, you know, several months. And, you know, what I'm thinking about doing is going live while I'm studying. I tried this in the past. It was pretty cool. Got to, you know, chat with a few people. But again, it was only a few episodes. So I think what I might do is see if I can fit in my schedule just putting it live. And then I like to use sort of this morphed, personalized Pomodoro type technique that I use for studying. So when I'm not, I can always just, you know, when I'm not studying, I can look to the side, you know, during the little 10-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute breaks, whatever it is, and, you know, chat with you guys and talk to you guys. I might even go live on TikTok as well. I'm going to be providing a lot of information on these videos, and you know, I just want to be as helpful as possible. But yeah, so you can check out those lives, check out the future videos. There's so much to talk about. So I'm just so excited about what's to come, and I can't wait for you guys just to kind of see this journey. I personally can't wait to go on this journey. I can't wait to jump back into school. You know, it's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna be going into 5th semester up in Maine to a school that I've never been to. Don't know anyone at the school, don't know one single person. So it's like the first day of medical school for me. So that just brings a lot of excitement. I cannot wait to just step in those doors and just get this journey rolling. And I'll talk to you guys more about, what my interests are. As of right now, or for the longest of time, I've pretty much been interested, maybe even biased towards emergency medicine. And, I've already started looking at different emergency medicine residencies. I'm thinking far ahead. I'm still taking things, one step at a time, but it's always good to look in the future. And I've started already looking at some of the residency programs. What's wrong, Remy? What's wrong, little girl? You okay? Yeah, you're a good girl. So I already started looking at some of the residency programs for emergency medicine throughout the country. And there's a couple websites. I'll share a website. It kind of shows you some information about all the different residencies, how many people apply for the residencies, whether or not this is a 3-year, 4-year residency, how long the shifts are, so on and so forth. And I started looking at that, here recently, and it's really, really bringing a lot of interest and excitement. Trying to sort of see if I can already start like ranking in my head, like, hey, if everything works out as planned, I'll be graduating in 2028, hopefully starting residency July of 2028. Where do I go? And right now there's some just incredible places that I've already started looking at. Some great places. I just started looking at Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. I just looked at some of the southern sort of East Coast states, mostly because I've lived most of my life in Virginia and further down. So, I have a lot of familiarity with this area of the country, and there's a lot of great schools. A lot of great hospitals and a lot of great opportunities. So I'm looking at that, and of course looking at other places in the country as well. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, anyways, this is just a welcome video. I can just talk on and on and on and on, but I'm just so excited about what's coming, and I'm excited to, chat with you guys. I hope that I can bring value with every single video. And so, here starting pretty soon, we're going to be talking a lot about, how to study in med school, how to, or at least not how to study, but different options on what you can try, because studying is it's so personalized, right? I think there's a general format on, hey, this is a good way to study. And then there's, you got to put the icing on the cake, right? Of your personal touch on what makes sense for you and how do you study the best, whether it's a mixture of Anki and this and that, or whatever the case is. We'll go through all of that in future videos, and just so much, much more. So really, really excited. Remy, you want to say bye? All right, Remy says bye. I say bye. I'll see you guys soon, and we're gonna be providing some really cool, awesome videos here in the near future. So I hope you all have an incredible 2026. Happy freaking new year. And if you're new to the channel, which you probably are, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this journey. And I'm so excited to read your comments in the future. Probably maybe a month or so before I see any, but that's okay. That's exciting. I'm so excited to hear from you guys, and just, take advantage of this, man. It's 2026. Go out there, do great, incredible, awesome things that you're passionate about, interested in. Go after it, and yeah, just have a great freaking year. Bye, guys. Remy, let's say bye. Let's say bye. Bye.